Hey guys, welcome back to DHO Gaming. I'm your host, Brad the New Dad. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to give you some of my personal tips and tricks on how to be a better sniper in Battlefield Hardline. Whether you guys are new to the class, you guys have used it in the past and you kind of suck at it, and or you're decent or good, all these tips will help you guys better yourself with the professional class in Battlefield Hardline. Alright guys, I've tried this commentary probably about 20 times. I keep screwing up. I'm watching my son. He keeps waking up on me. So I'm going to try to do this again. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that it actually helps. Alright, on to tip number 1. Scout Elite. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Use your Scout Elite, especially if you're new to the professional class. Use it, hang back, have an 8x or a 14x scope on it depending on the distance that you're playing on. You know, if you're playing either the Conquest large or small, you can use a 14x on it. If you're using something else, if you're playing on any of the other game modes, you might want to just stick with an 8x. But definitely hang back, get used to the Scout Elite, the bullet velocity, drop, rechambering, and reloading of that rifle. It will, once you guys get used to that, it will significantly help you guys out more than you could possibly know. This isn't COD. We're not going to be running around, no scoping, 360 fucking this and that. No, we don't do that on this. This is the most realistic game that you could possibly think of. The only way people's doing that is, 1, they're extremely lucky. It's 1 in a million chances. 2, they're using a red dot that they bought online, which is literally a device, a USB device that you plug into your console, and you hang, you just kind of hang it in the middle of your TV where the center of your crosshairs are. And yes, they do have those, as people are absolute freaking pussies. Or an aimbot, which is the biggest pussies of them all. I'm sorry, but if you have to use an aimbot to succeed in a video game, you might want to try to find a new hobby, because you pretty much blow. You're useless to society, and you need to eat a bullet. Plain and simple. The second tip that I have for you guys, I know that first one ended kind of harshly, but I really hate people that have aimbots. Second tip is pretty much the first one with more explanation. I told you guys to use the Scout Elite. The reason for that is the AWM, which is for the criminals, and the R700 for the cops are specifically for those two. The Scout Elite and the 300 Knockout are the only two universal sniper rifles in this game. So you guys definitely want to get used to that Scout Elite, because it's going to take you a while to get the 300 Knockout, and to get good enough with the 300 Knockout. If you guys want a video on how to get the 300 Knockout, I'll definitely make one for you. Just let me know in the comment section, and I'll put that together and let you guys know the easiest way to finish all your assignments for it. But until then, like I said, it's all about the Scout Elite. All the sniper rifles have their own stats. They all have their own bullet velocities, their own bullet drops, rechambering, and speed of reloading that rifle. The Scout Elite is the quickest for all the newbies out there. I hate to call you a newbie, but it is true. If you're new to the professional class, you are a newbie. Stick with the Scout Elite. It will bring you the most success. Once you guys move on and you're ready for a more powerful sniper rifle, use the AWM or the R700. They do have a higher bullet velocity. They have a longer range to them, because they are a medium to long range sniper rifles, to where the Scout Elite and the 300 Knockout are different. The Scout Elite is I would honestly say it's best at medium range, to where the 300 Knockout is close to medium range. So keep that in mind. Medium to long range sniper rifles, once you get used to them, are the AWM and the R700. Rechambering on those two are significantly slower from the Scout Elite, and as well as the magazine reload. It is a lot longer. You have to get used to that. You're not going to be able to just rechamber around or reload a new magazine and pop back out and fire at somebody. You're going to have to give it a second. And that will frustrate you once you guys realize exactly what I'm talking about, because you will be used to that Scout Elite. You try to use something else and you will die more often until you just kind of take a breath, let the animation happen, and then get back to it. Once you guys are used to whatever sniper rifle you're using, preferably, like I said, the Scout Elite, for all the newbies out there, and you guys want to get closer to the firefight, use a maximum of a 6x. And the reason why I say that is, with my Scout Elite, I use a 6x. It's perfect for close to medium combat. I use a 4x on my 300 knockout. I do get up close and personal with both of them. I do run right into the firefights because I am used to both of them. But definitely, don't go higher than a 6x. And this is the reason why. If you're using an 8x or a 14x, you guys will lose virtually every single gun battle that you guys get into. And that's only because the hipfire accuracy when trying to pull up your scope is pretty much non-existent when you're trying to pull your rifle up. Between the straight hipfire, which I believe the R700 does do, and the AWM I don't think has a hipfire on it, but I could be wrong. They could have fixed that since the last time I've used it, but last time I used it, I do not remember ever being able to hit fire with it. They're pretty much just useless because your crosshairs are going to be like how mine are when I'm running around with my 300 knockout, and that's just going to be a hip fire. There's no telling where the round's going to be. That round will not go straight with any of your sniper rifles unless you're A, standing still, or B, looking through your scope. About 75 to 80%, in my opinion, of pulling your rifle up and scoping in, about 75% of the way, is when that round will go straight. The rest of that time, if you pull it too early, it's going to go God knows where. I mean, you might be lucky to hit the guy in the leg. So just keep that in mind when you guys are actually wanting to get closer to the firefight with your professional class. It is pretty much a bitch to try to do. Always keep in mind your knife. If you guys actually double hit your joystick, or I play on the PS4 R3 really quick, you can actually knife somebody to death on one swipe. But I mean, it has to be like perfectly precise, double tap like you're firing a paintball gun fast. Otherwise, you guys are going to lose and you're going to die, which happens to me quite often because I forget to do that. Third tip I have for you guys is be mindful of your surroundings. It is the most important tip that I could possibly pass on to you guys. And the reason why is when an enemy that is close to you fires and his weapon is not suppressed, he will show up on your minimap. If somebody does an interrogation and your buddy's doing an interrogation, and or you hear something come across the screen like, hey, we know where they are, let's go get them, look at your map. That's going to let you know if there's any enemies close to you and if it's okay to move. Now, as a sidearm, I run the taser, and if you guys want to watch my Get Tased videos, you'll notice while I'm tasing people, about 90% of the time if I don't die, I'm looking at my minimap as I'm doing the interrogation. And the reason for that is it's going to bring up the enemies around me, so I will know where I can move, how to move, to be more successful to either get away if there's too many people around me, or to get the next takedown. I'll get multiple takedowns because people literally run right over top of me. They're not expecting somebody to be laying on the ground next to a dead body because they just automatically assume that you're dead as well. So just keep that in mind. Don't stay in the same place too often. Move around, especially if you're sniping from a distance. Up close, it's a little bit more lenient because you're going to have people coming from all over the place. You're going to be checking all over the place, so you will be moving around more often. But if you guys are hanging back at a distance, move. Because eventually you guys are going to have 3, 4, and if you're extremely unlucky, you will get screwed and like 10 people will be aiming for you. And you will die. multiple times, especially if you keep trying to run back to the same place. If you go 20-0 and you're in one spot the entire time, great, congratulations. Don't get used to it, because those people will be looking for that exact same spot. I do it all the time. If I find somebody in a specific area, I'll look for that person periodically in that same area for multiple points on the map, only because I know that dumbass eventually will go back to that same spot, and or one of his butt buddies will do the same, because there's not really too many sniping spots in this game that people don't copy off of somebody else. I've found a lot of sniping spots that I've been very successful with that I end up actually having people spawn in on me and give away my location because I want to stand up when I'm prone, and it ultimately gets me killed and or attracts attention to me because I'm using a suppressed weapon to where they're using a non-suppressed weapon. So keep that in mind, guys. The fourth tip is the most beneficial. It is universal for all classes. When it comes to your sidearms, get headshots. Use your sidearms more often. The reason why I use a professional class and why this video is for the professional class is because it forces you to use your sidearm when you guys are getting closer to the fight, or if somebody runs up on you, because chances are it's not going to be another sniper. You're going to run into somebody that has an assault rifle, a shotgun, a sub, something, and the only way you're going to win that gun battle is to get a headshot. And once you get used to consistently getting headshots with your sidearm, and you go to another class or implement the same thing, and you just basically you breed it into yourself to where it's natural instinct to get that headshot, no matter what primary you're using, no matter what class you're using, you'll be more successful at getting those headshots and winning those gun battles, ultimately making you a better player in Battlefield Hardline. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for this video. I hope this improves your professional gameplay on Battlefield Hardline, and or just sends you over to the top, makes you a beast. Let me know about it in the comments section down below. If you guys have any tips that you guys want to share with the public community here on my channel, go ahead and leave those as well in the comments section down below. If you guys want to see specific gameplay when it comes to Battlefield Hardline, send me a message. I'll bring you guys the gameplay that you want to see. Just keep in mind the 4 tips. I will make videos of the 4 tips specifically to break them down even further. So just stay tuned to my channel for that. If you guys want to know how to get the 300 knockout, I'll make you guys a video. Drop a comment for me in the comment section down below. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Head on over there, check out my other videos, and let me know what you think about those in those comment sections. But for now, guys, for any dads out there, come check us out, DadsHideOut.com. The gaming side of it is separate. We all run it through the website. So if you're a dad and you're a gamer, definitely come check us out. We play all platforms and just about any game you can think of. You'll always find somebody to play with. Keep in mind the 4 tips. Like I said, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment, let me know what you guys think. Have fun, and definitely check out my other videos. Until next time, guys, I'm Brad the New Dad. This is DHO Gaming. I'm out.